Hello everybody, and thanks for watching Dari Reviews. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Yeti Camino Carryall 20 along with some of the accessories I've gotten for it. I am not sponsored by Yeti, unfortunately, so I paid for all of this stuff you see here. This Yeti Camino Carryall the 20 is $120. They also have a 35 that is $150. And the largest is a 50 that is $200. I have the Yeti Yonder 25 ounce plastic water bottle. This was $25. The cup holder that attaches to the Carryall, as well as a couple other different Yeti model bags and coolers. This is a small cup holder that fits this 25 ounce Yonder perfectly. And I have the 1 liter side bag attachment that was $35 or $40. I also have the 3 liter, but they look identical, just a little bit larger. So let's start by taking an in-depth look at the Yeti Camino 20. So first you've got these attachment hooks here, and this is where you're going to attach any of these accessories, and there's a couple other accessories I think that attach to this kind of stuff, but these are the ones that interested me the most. And so this is going to be a Velcro system. The 3 liter and the 6 liter pouches have 2 Velcro there, and they also have these loops so you can attach. They sell a buckle that goes through here, and you can make it a fanny pack. You could probably also attach it to the bag with that fanny pack buckle, and that thing is only $10. And so this bag is pretty neat. It's airtight, but there's no zippers on the thing. It's Velcro attached right here, and this is magnetic. And it's got a little storage netting right there, and then the rest is just main compartment. But ideal for keeping things dry. Really, I just wanted an extra pouch to store stuff if I needed to, but you can take this and loop these in here and attach it like that. The 3 liter I think probably fits better on this than the 1 liter, but that's pretty nifty. And so getting back to the Camino, this material, I really like it. I forget what they call it, their EVA material or something like that, but it's pretty much waterproof. And actually how they recommend to wash this thing is hosing it down. You could probably throw it in the wash too. I think you just have to lay it out to dry a little bit longer because you're getting these cloth parts a little more wet. But I love that it's, kind of a waterproof bag, not necessarily a cooler. And you could probably use this thing as a cooler if you wanted to as well. It's just not going to have a lot of that insulation. It's pretty thin here. I don't know if you can see that well, but it's pretty thin, but very durable material. And I imagine I haven't tested it out as a cooler, but I imagine it's probably waterproof if you threw a bucket of ice in there or something. And looking at the handles, there's 2 different options. Obviously, you've got this cloth handle that's reinforced on the handle portion that you should grab with your hands. It's a little bit thinner after the stitching. But then it's got some kind of thick plastic bars in here that you can use as another handle. I like to use it in this form when I'm walking upstairs or something, and the bottom might hit the stairs if I'm holding it from this point. And going inside the bag, it's got this loop and hook closure system. And so that's the loosest you can close it, and then you can close it. There's a tighter setting there. And so anything that you're looking to close zip tight, obviously this is a tote, not a duffel bag or a backpack or anything. And so that's as tight as you're gonna get stuff. But for my use, I found it perfect. And then going inside the bag, you've got 2 pretty good sized zipper pouches. I fit my iPhone, AirPods, keys, wallet in one pouch pretty easily. And they're both identical in size. And then something that's really cool that I like is these, on each side it's got dividers. All 3 sizes are gonna have this, but it's got dividers. You can stick cups in there or sandals, and I'll get into my use for this thing in a second. But you can fit a lot of different things you want to keep separate there. But Here's the 25 ounce Yeti Yonder, for example, fits perfectly in there. And so I think that's pretty nifty, and really I haven't found a ton of uses unless I'm carrying multiple drinks or something like that for the cup holder, although it's nice to have if I just want to stick my phone in the side or keys or something like that. Really additional kind of storage. And it's got this nylon there, and this thing snaps pretty securely into those loops on the side of the tote. And this is a small cup holder. There's also a large, but it also has lanyard attachments. It comes with a lanyard that you can hang around your neck or crossbody. Not really my cup of tea, but it's nice that they include that. Unintentionally, my favorite use of this tote bag has become my gym bag. Prior to getting this bag, I had a cheap Under Armour duffel I got on Amazon, and it's great. I still use it here and there, maybe if I'm cleaning this or leaving it out to dry. It still gets its paces, but I used this once and I think I've fallen in love with it as a gym bag. Probably not one of its targeted uses by Yeti, but I think it works fantastic as a gym bag. And so this cup holder, initially I got it because I wanted to put a shaker bottle in there. And even though here's a typical blender bottle I got off Amazon, and I could fit it in there. I think at one point I was carrying a couple drinks around, and I keep shower flip-flops in there for the gym. And so I got this cup holder to kind of put that in there, and it's kind of a tapered design, so it won't really fit in there. What I ended up deciding is when I use this cup holder, I purchased this Yonder, and it fits like extremely snugly in there. It's not gonna fall out. And so I really like the way that fit, and it's a nice 25 ounce, that's a good size. And you can open up the top of this thing and put a shaker inside there. And it works pretty well as a shaker bottle. But lately I haven't been needing to carry around multiple drinks, and I've just been putting my protein shaker right there. But let's pack this thing out and I can show you guys, at least for my use, the things I use every day in the gym that I'm bringing with me, and how well it handles all that stuff. And so I've got my shower flip-flops, some cheap Amazon flip-flops with holes in them that fit perfectly in there. I wear a size 11 for reference. Some brands might be too thick or too wide to fit in there, but pretty basic, cheap, flat flip-flops like this that I like to use in the gym fit pretty easily in there. Another thing that I love about this bag is it fits my size 11 gym shoes perfectly. And so we'll remove the protein shaker because I should have done this part first, but this is Metcon size 11. I use these for my strength training days, weightlifting days, which are most days. And those fit seamlessly in there, almost too perfect. I have put my Hoka Clifton shoes in there, and those fit just barely. That's a much larger sole and bigger shoe. And those will fit in there just barely. So size 11, I think if those Hokas will fit in there, you could get pretty much anything besides high ankle hiking shoe or something like that in there. We're gonna put this protein shaker, pre-workout shaker back in there. And then I've got clothes, I've got shorts, shirt, and underwear, and a pair of socks, which is what I normally take to the gym, and then shower and put my work clothes back on. And then I've got a headband. I've got longer hair, and washing hats is kind of tedious, so I prefer to wear a headband. And one thing I like is that after my workout, when the headband's really sweaty, I can hook it through these loops and just push it through there like that, and let it dry out easier from all the sweat. But other than that, I've also got my Dop kit. I just got this Toomey Dop kit. This is the Alpha Dop kit. I may do another review on this here soon, but pretty large bag, and I can just throw that right in there. Keep all of my clothes and stuff secure. And that's really it, guys. I'm gonna loop this thing shut on the loosest setting, and I'm good to go. And I love the quick accessibility of everything. I can get to my shaker bottle, my flip-flops. I can unhook this thing and go through all the contents of this bag pretty easily without digging around a duffel bag that has things in the bottom of the pockets. So I found that I like it a lot more. And another thing I'll add is that this material, it being water resistant, I think you have to wash it less. It ends up smelling less than a typical duffel bag that can collect sweat. And it's as simple as, for me at least, just hosing it down. You might throw some dish soap or something on there and just hose it down real quick. It seems pretty durable. You could probably run it through the wash too, as I mentioned earlier, but it's quicker probably drying process if I'm just hosing the inside down and then dumping it out without getting all the cloth parts wet. Just to show you guys, I could fit more stuff in here. I've stacked this thing over the rim and carried it around pretty high, but I could throw my tech pouch in here and still close this thing up. I'm never really taking that to the gym, but I'm just showing you guys how much you can pack this thing out. And I love, some of you might have seen my video on Land Cruiser storage for the 2024 Land Cruiser. This fits perfectly behind the driver's side seat, wedges there nicely between the back seat, front seat, and the floor when it's fully packed. And so that's another favorite thing about it. My old gym duffel bag had a problem fitting in that back seat. And that's a nice benefit because I'm normally carrying a good amount of bags or things like that, groceries, my work backpack, and then this thing all in the rear driver's side seat. And so this slotting in there nicely in the floor is great for me. That's all I got for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will link the Amazon link to this bag below. It really helps me if you guys use that link because I'm not sponsored by any of these super expensive brands that I choose to buy and review. And so it burns a hole in my pocket. And definitely subscribe. One day I'll get to 1,000 and might be able to cash out from all these expensive products, but not anytime soon. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.